What up, it's Shankster94, and welcome to my live production of Resident Evil 3 Remake Weapons Review. I know you guys have been waiting a very long time for this. Finally gonna get going on it. I just spent the last hour setting things up. I almost hit a roadblock because this is coming from a PS4, unlike my last live production, which was coming straight from my computer. Luckily, though, it seems that Elgato and the Aver Media game capture card can work together, so that's awesome, and it's the only reason I'm able to do this. So, yeah, as you can see, we got Resident Evil 3 Remake up and running right now. And yeah, I'm at a save point where I'm gonna... So today is day one, alright? And today is the start of recording, obviously. There will be no editing happening today. Probably the next couple times I live stream as well. What I intend to record today really is just my introduction, like the very beginning of the weapon review, which I have all scripted and whatnot. And then I also plan on recording all the weapon locations as well as their part locations and all the cutscenes of the weapons. That is my goal for today. If I have any extra time, I'll record more. We'll see. But yeah, that is my intent today. I also am on a I kind of am on a strict time limit. As of right now, I have about 2.5 hours before I have to dip out. So it's a good amount of time to do some recording, and we're going to get to it. All right, so I see one person in the chat right now, Champion Chayton. Hey, what's up? And yeah, I do realize I'm doing this live stream probably at an inconvenient time for a lot of people. It is the middle of the week, and people are probably at work and school and whatnot. But as I said in previous live streams and whatnot, I can only adhere to my own convenience. I can't adhere to everybody else's, so it's just the way it is. Besides, you can play this back after the fact and enjoy it the same way. The only difference is you're not able to interact with me. Alright, so let's move around a little bit, as we can see. And, okay, so here's the other thing. I'm going to show you guys my screen, and it's going to go infinite because right now I currently have my encoder up, and since it's looking at itself, that's why it's going infinite. But if I bring up this Word document right here, so yeah, this is my introduction to this weapon review. I'm going to read this all off in one straight recording, but there will be editing involved later that will show different things of what you guys are going to see. Let's see, what else do I have? I have this other Word document. This is my weapon guide. Basically, this is going to help me keep track of everything with the weapon review. So this whole section, it's just all of the weapons themselves, all their locations, and if they have a cutscene. This little section, these are the custom parts for each weapon and their parent weapon, and the locations of those. And then down here, I list all of the game's cutscenes featuring weapon in order, so that will help out a lot. And then these are my game saves. There are 20 game save slots in Resident Evil 3 Remake, and I managed to use every single one of them for this. So there was a lot of preparation involved for this weapon review, and I'm really excited to finally get going on it. Oops. I accidentally opened Audacity, which actually is a good thing because this is my commentating software, so I'm actually going to need this open. So glad I accidentally did that. And yeah, I'm just making sure my levels are being caught here. That seems to be a little too strong, though. As you can see, it's redlining. So maybe I'll bring this down like to 70. There we go. All right. So let me check live streaming. Only 3 concurrent viewers, but I guess that should be no surprise considering the time of day I'm doing this. Alright, well, I'm not going to worry too much about the chat because this isn't a Q&A or anything, so this is more for you guys just viewing what I'm doing. I'm not going to be interacting too much unless I see something in the chat that's worth addressing or whatnot. Alright, so I hope you all enjoy day 1 of my live production of Resident Evil 3 Remake Weapons Review. So let's get going. So I'm going to, let's see, for my starting shot, I'm going to use this. So just so you know, I have my encoder in front of me, and then I have the game playing like way above, and this is where it's also going to get recorded. So I have the capability of looking at the game on my computer screen if I... wrong thing. There we go. So, the way... Let's see. You guys should be seeing the game now instead of my computer screen. Yeah. You'll still see me and the chat, of course. All right, so this is where I want it. You guys don't need to see the Word document up as I'm reading it. That would be really boring. So, here we go. I got the angle I want, and now I'm going to bring up my Word document on my screen, but you guys will still see the game. And we're about to record the introduction. So, enjoy. Here we go. Yeah, okay. Alright, recording the game right now. And now I'm recording a voice track. So here we go. What up, it's Shankster94, and welcome to my long-anticipated weapon review of Resident Evil 3 Remake. Now, as usual, I have a ton of stuff to go over before I begin showcasing these weapons, so if you're an impatient scrub who couldn't care less about some important details and the layout of my weapon reviews, here's a timestamp to skip to the start of the showcase. I'll also pin the timestamp in the comments for you so you can one-click to the action. Be warned, however, if it's my voice you're trying to skip, you might as well stop watching, because I've commentated in my videos since I've started this channel over 10 years ago, and there's absolutely no reason to stop. Alrighty, so the first thing I need to inform y'all right away, in case you were wondering, is Resident Evil Resistance will not be included in this weapon review. I'm regarding that title as a separate game entirely, and it may one day receive its own weapon review. One day. However, as I've stated in past content, that game gave me such a bad impression that I'm giving it the same treatment as Umbrella Corps, which basically means I won't be doing any content on Resistance for years to come probably, and I seriously don't care. So no Resistance weaponry will be shown here. Next up is my usual request that you guys take the word review from the title lightly. This is because my showcases have never been and will never be in-depth detailed with the weapon statistics. I don't have the time or patience to do the extensive research required to adequately report that shit. Over the years, some people have tried to convince me otherwise, but they'll just never understand that's not how I roll. So overall, this is more like a weapon showcase. The reason I keep review in the title, however, is because I'm also showing the weapon locations, all their respective custom parts, and where to find those, testing them on enemies, and showing off cutscenes featuring the weapons. So clearly, I'm doing more than just simply showcasing. That's it for disclaimers. Now let's talk a little bit about this game. Resident Evil 3 Remake, as the title obviously implies, is a complete rebuild of Resident Evil 3 Nemesis back in 1999. It uses the same engine as Resident Evil 2 Remake, and for the most part, plays exactly like it. That being said, this weapon review will go down very similarly to my review of Resident Evil 2 Remake. Now, while Resident Evil 3 Remake does incorporate some familiar elements from the original, such as gunpowder and a dodge maneuver, for example, it ultimately falls short and does not feel like it pays proper homage to the original. A lot of content was cut out, including iconic locations, enemies, and events. Also, with this game having only one scenario compared to Resident Evil 2 Remake's 4, including the survivor scenarios, this game's runtime is incredibly short, and there aren't nearly as many weapons to go over. This game continues Resident Evil 2 Remake's feature of custom parts, but they're not nearly as prevalent. One thing that this game does not continue, contrary to both Remakes 1 and 2, are defensive or sub-weapons, and this in my opinion is a major setback as those kinds of weapons helped out a bit for survival. It was also a cool weapon element that I enjoyed featuring in my weapon reviews, so I'm slightly bummed out it's not included. So now I'm going to take some time and go over my weapon review routine. Since I've covered most of the series weapons, Since I've covered most of the series weapons, I don't do weapon reviews on a normal basis anymore, so I feel this is necessary both for potential newcomers to my weapon reviews and for dedicated fans who like seeing past content, because normally when I do this, I feature snippets from multiple past reviews. But for this review specifically, I'm only going to use snippets from my weapon review of Resident Evil 2 Remake, since this review will play out mostly like that. To prepare for the showcase, so yeah, this is where I would edit in like past scenes from Resident Evil 2 Remake. So to prepare for the showcase, I sort the weapons into categories. I usually start with the melee and throwing weapons, then move on to the actual firearms, starting with pistols, then assault rifles, shotguns, magnums, explosives, etc. For each individual weapon, my first step is to introduce it. For each individual weapon, my first step is to introduce it in the game's inventory menu and narrate its in-game description if provided. Unfortunately, Resident Evil 3 Remake does not have a gallery like its predecessor to show off the weapons close up with a nice animation, so I'll be going back to standard with showing the weapons within the inventory. If there's anything unique about the weapon or its description that I feel like emphasizing on, I'll do it right then and there. If the weapon has custom parts, I'll also read the description for each of those. From there, I like to reveal the location of the weapon in-game or the condition required to unlock it if it's an unlockable, as well as the location of its custom parts if it has any. This game diverts from its predecessor as it features a store to buy unlockable weaponry using points earned in-game from meeting numerous conditions. After looking the weapon and parts over and showing their locations, I proceed to test fire the weapon in a safe environment free of any enemies to avoid interruption. I always try to find a well-lit area so you can see the weapon very clearly. Like Resident Evil 2 Remake, if the weapon has custom parts, I'm going to test it with every combination of the parts, but I won't do this when testing it on enemies. After testing the weapon out, I'll share any further opinions I have, if any, and then choose an enemy to test the said weapon on. I'll usually use the same enemy to test other weapons of the same category on to compare damage rates. When it comes to custom parts, I'll first test the weapon with no parts attached, then once more with all the parts attached. One thing I should bring up right here is that I was informed from a very dedicated subscriber of mine that time to kill isn't applicable to the weapons of this game, and apparently its predecessor, because apparently enemies have health variables and it's not a fixed number, and this game uses a common game mechanic that adjusts difficulty depending on how well you're playing. That being said, I'm most likely going to get the toughest versions of enemies, since in preparing for this weapon review, I used the rocket launcher the whole time in order to stockpile the weapons and ammunition. Regardless that time to kill may be pointless, I'm still going to test the weapons on enemies the way I've always been, and you can use a formula I've been using for years if you really want to put a shot range on the test results, and that is add and subtract 5 from the amount of shots the initial enemy test took. This really only applies to handguns and assault rifles, however, so take it lightly. After the enemy test, I'll compare its shot amount to the earlier tests of the weapon category, if there were any, share any final thoughts I have on the weapon, then announce the next weapon in the lineup. This is usually followed by in-game cutscenes featuring the weapon in use. Occasionally, I'll also test a seemingly overpowered weapon on a standard enemy to demonstrate the destructive capabilities it has. Traditionally, the most powerful magnum obliterating the head of a zombie, and you can guarantee you'll see that in this review, and it will be added into my so awesome weapon intro. So there's a rundown of how this weapon review will go. Some last things to mention before propelling this review into motion. Let's see. I'm recording this right now, so I actually should go to the item box. And I'm going to get these assault coins out. And let me see what else. Oh, and probably the Stars Field Combat Guide. Okay, because something I have to say here. Here we go. All right. I will briefly go over the effects of these unlockable assault coins. For one of the weapons, and I'll also incorporate the dodge mechanic after the initial enemy test to demonstrate its effect on weapon usage, because it's really cool what the dodge effect in this game does when it comes to weapons. So if y'all have stuck around this long, I deeply appreciate your patience, but wait no more, let's finally begin this weapon review. Alright, that's the end of that record. Whew. Man, that went on for like a little over 8 minutes. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of editing involved, but that's fine. Has anyone shown up since I came? Let's see. Yeah, yo, what up? Some Asian text followed by writing. And oh my gosh, Thanks for the super chat. Did they even show up in the notifications? I didn't hear them, and that kind of sucks because there should be a super chat popping up on the screen when you make those donations. Oh man, maybe I need to test something out. So yeah, give me a second, guys. So see, the thing with these live productions, you're gonna witness everything that happens from the start to finish of making this weapon review, even all the in-between stuff that's irrelevant and research I have to do and maybe little fixes like this. Because yeah, I really want those notifications to pop up, so I'm gonna try to fix that right now. Let's see, Streamlabs. Okay. Alright, I'm on the Streamlabs website. I'm gonna test my widgets, basically. So I'm gonna test a subscriber.
Welcome to the family, son.
There we go. That showed up. And then, of course, a super chat. There we go. So that's what was supposed to happen when you made that super chat. I'm not sure why it didn't work, but... Okay, there you go. Champion Chayton, you just made a $5 super chat, and that actually showed up. So now it's working. I'm glad. So yeah, Tess, this is a real cool idea of mine, and so glad to tune in. I'm glad you're able to tune in, man. And yeah, this is I loved doing this for Resident Evil Dead Aim back in the day because my last live production was for a remastered weapon review of Resident Evil Dead Aim, and that went down pretty cool. So yeah, I'm really excited for this one because a lot of people have been waiting for this weapon review, and you're gonna get to watch it being made live. So I'm excited for you guys to be here. So yeah, hey Sonar16, this is kind of exciting. Howdy, hello, haha, Harry Villas. I need to. Let me see. I could see it better here. Here we go. So yeah, the thing is, I'm not sure how Hong Kong currency converts for me. I would have to like do some research, but regardless, whatever it is, I appreciate the donations. Writing, however you pronounce that. YouTube always gone wrong. Yeah, right. Caesar. Or Kaiser. Oh my god. It's Kaiser. Or CJ. Can't stay, but looking forward to seeing the end result. It's going to be awesome. Right. Prime, do I still play Resident Evil 5 on Xbox? No, I really don't. I haven't touched my Xbox in months. I play PS4 nowadays, and even then, not extensively. I only play like one game normally, and that's Dead by Daylight. Alright, so enough chatting with you guys. I'm going to get back to this live production, if you don't mind. So yeah, I just recorded the introduction, and that's it for that. So with these weapon reviews, I don't tend to record everything in order, like the way the weapon review goes down when you guys actually view it back. I don't record in that order. So the next thing I'm gonna get recording now is I want to record. Let's see, either the locations or the cutscenes. The cutscenes are easier to record, so I'm actually gonna go with those, which is funny because those are usually the last thing you see before or at the end of every weapon that I review, if there are any. But those are very easy to record. It doesn't require any commentary or anything. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and record those. So I'm gonna go ahead and go back to my screen here and open up this document so you guys can see. This is very small text, I understand. Maybe to help, I'll zoom it in. Here you go. Ah, that's a lot better. Okay. So these are my game save files, and as you can see, most of these are like weapon locations, and some of them are cutscenes. It's like this one, for example. So I am going to record the cutscenes in order of the weapon. So let's see, survival knife. There is a cutscene. So the first survival knife cutscene. Yeah, that's right. So okay, what I'm gonna do is that whole beginning section of the game where you can't even save yet. I'm just gonna have to play that through as like a new game plus, and everything that I need to show there. I think I'm gonna just record in one swoop, so then I never have to revisit that area. So I'm actually gonna record a mix of a couple cutscenes and a couple like weapon locations. All right, so yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So now I'm gonna go back to my game. There we go. And I'm going to quit right now and then just start a new game. Alright, so new game, standard. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm gonna do this weapon review in standard mode. That's something I should mention at some point. Probably like when I go over the first weapon or when I'm about to do the enemy testing. Alright, so there's no cutscenes really here that I have to worry about. So I'm just gonna skip it.
This pandemic has spread fast.
That's funny. Okay, no weapon cutscene here. So technically, the very first weapon cutscene to record is one of them for the G18. Here, let me go back to my screen real quick. So so here's the cutscenes in order. So the first cutscene is the G19 cutscene 1. It's during Jill's nightmare. So that's what I'm gonna record right now. And since it's a cutscene, I won't have to worry about commentary. Alright, so let's go. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and start recording right now, because just to provide some padding on both ends. Alright, here we go. Alright, so there's the G19 right now. So here we go. I'll play this cutscene out. Too bad the actual shot doesn't occur until like the very end of the cutscene. Yikes. I know you guys haven't actually seen me play this game since my blind playthrough of it, like back in April. 5 months ago already. Alright, Jill, grab the gun already and fire it so we can call this recorded. There you go. Alright, I'm going to stop the recording. Alright, so now, let's see.
3 more days, then I can kiss this town goodbye.
Alright, I'm going to pause for a second, and I'm going to give you guys back my screen. Alright, so that is completely done now, so I'm just going to make it blue once it's done, recorded. Alright, excuse me for a second. I gotta discipline some cats. Hey! Alright, we're back. Alright, so the next thing... see, the next thing I can record. So, yeah, all these cutscenes right here, like, so there's 2 more that I can record in this beginning section. I also, oh yeah, I have to also pay attention here. So, the location of the survival knife. If it's in people's inventory, then yeah, I don't need to record like separate scenes or anything like that. See, the G19 is retrieved in the Bars Jack alleyway, so I kind of will mention that. even though you inevitably get it, so it's not like you could miss it. So sometimes I feel it's unnecessary, you know, to show the location of a weapon that's inevitably going to be in your inventory. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and get back to the game. Perfect. Why do I hate Resistance? I played it one time and it gave me a bad impression. I didn't like the multiplayer gameplay. It's just not my style. I probably don't have a really good reason. I just don't. All right, here we go. Anyway, I'm gonna proceed and yeah, get to where I need to go. Did you have to ask that question 3 times? Oh yeah, by the way, in case you didn't know, I'm not very interactive with the chat with this live production. So I'll probably be missing a lot of stuff here and there. Alright, skip this because there's nothing. Skip that. Alright, but I do got to pay attention because the next cutscene to record is actually a cutscene with the Samurai Edge, which is interesting because that's an unlockable weapon, but it still has a cutscene within the game because you see Jill use it. You still see Jill using it for a brief moment when Nemesis busts in her apartment. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up this phone. All right, this is a cutscene. I'm gonna let it play out, but I'm not gonna hit record until we get in.
Is that you?
Listen, you gotta get out of there.
What are you talking about?
I don't have time to explain. You gotta get out of there right now.
All right, let me grab my...
All right, now I'm gonna start recording. All right, here's the Samurai Edge, as you can see. All right, and that's it for the Samurai Edge. All right, pause for a second. All right, and hey, Wyatt, I knew you would show up eventually. Let's see. All right, so the next thing, I get my screen back. I'm gonna make that one blue since it's done now. There we go. All right, so there's one more cutscene I need to record in this whole beginning section, and that's the survival knife. It's right when Brad gets bit, she actually finds a knife and just stabs the zombie in the head with it. All right. Let's see, I'm just making sure everything's in place here. I don't want to miss anything.
What is that thing?
I can't even access my inventory right now.
Gotta get out of here. No way.
Woo! Skip.
Okay.
Skip. Alright. So we're getting closer to that cutscene with Brett, or with the survival knife, I should say.
Jill? Over here!
Brad,
You okay?
what was that thing?
Damned if I know. But right,
Skip.
This all happened so fast.
I don't know. One fucked up thing always leads to another. It's like Arclay on steroids. Hey, wait! Down here!
Alright, this is the cutscene, so... So I'm gonna start recording right now, since it's kind of fast-paced. And I could always edit out the extra padding later. Alright, right here.
Door behind you, go!
Damn it. Right there.
Don't think about it. We're gonna make a run for it.
Come on, Jill. We know how this ends.
No, I don't.
Are we still a team?
Always.
Then do me a favor. Don't fuck up like I did. Go!
Alright, stop the recording since the knife's already gone. Alright, still can't access my inventory. Wyatt with a $2 super chat. Will I include whatever melee moves there are? Is that supposed to be a question mark? If you're asking if I'm gonna do a melee move review on this game, I really don't think so. There's only really one melee move, and that's Carlos's, like, counter attack, and just one move isn't enough for me to do a whole review on, unfortunately. So, no, I think it's just gonna get simply bypassed. Now, Resistance has melee moves, and if I ever cover anything on that game, it may get it. Okay, so we're about to come across the location of the G19. So, let's see here. Go back to my screen. Alright. I can make this blue now, since that's done. Alright, so I don't have to worry about cuts. Well, once I'm done with all this beginning section, I'm going to start recording all of these. But, now I need to record, basically I need to record this, the location of the G19. Alright, so, and that's like, that should be the last thing in this whole beginning section that I have to worry about. So, I'm going to start recording, and I'm also going to do some commentary on this. Yeah. I need to export this recording. And as you can see, I already have folders lined up for all the weapons and whatnot. So this was the intro, so I'm gonna call this intro. Exporting it at top quality, 320 kilobits per second. Heh. Alright, now that that's exported, I can delete that. Because if I go to File Explorer now... Yep, see, there it is. Alright, so I'm wasting time recording here. Now I'm going to begin a new track. So here we go. Blah, 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 blah. Alright. Bro, I need a hot dogger. Alright. Alright, so the location of the G19, it's actually mandatory that you're going to get it. You can't avoid it. But in the whole beginning section, before you meet Carlos and everything, you find it in this alleyway, and it is required to pick it up.
Sorry.
Short little cutscene along with it, which is nice. Followed by an enemy. But you do not have to engage this enemy. Alright. Stop that recording. And stop the recording here. Alright. You know what I should have done was... Oh, God, I am rusty when it comes to content creating. I can't remember my hotkeys to do splits and anything. Let's see. Preferences. Keyboard. Here we go. Split. Control I. Okay. There you go. Blah, 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 blah. All right. Bro, I need a hot dogger. Right. All right. So the location. All right. So I'm going to make the cut right there. There we go. Pick it up. And I'm also going to. Let's see. Normalize it to -2 decibels, so it's not. I didn't do that with the first one, I realized, but that's okay. I'll do it and edit later. All right, now export that, because that was a location for the G19, so I'm going to put it in the G19 folder and call it location. And there we go. Now delete it and moving on. Oh. All right, so honestly, I think that is it for this whole beginning section. So now I'm going to make this thing blue, like so. There you go. So this is a good way to keep track of everything I've recorded so far. So I think now I'm going to go ahead and finish recording all the rest of the cutscenes for the weapons. And then after that, I will start up on all the locations of the weapons and their respective parts. Alright, so yeah. Let's see, let me just make absolutely sure. See, survival knife, I'm just going to go ahead and make blue anyway, because I'll mention that when I go over the knife, like actually reviewing it. And like all of these store ones, yeah, they'll also just be mentioned when I'm going over the weapon. All right, so yeah, so the next thing I should load is whatever save I have for this cutscene, which is the rifle. So here's the thing. If a game save has more than just a cutscene in it and it also features a location, I might as well get the location out of the way too. Kill two birds with one stone. So this is the game save I'm going to load right now. So my number 7. So load game. And see, look, I have all the way down. So here's number 7. So this is to record the semi-auto barrel location and the assault rifle cutscene number 1. Okay, so I saved at Kendo's gun shop. Okay, that's familiar. Alright, so yeah, as you can see, I'm just sporting the rocket launcher right off the bat. Let's see. Okay, yeah. cutscenes. So yeah, I don't have to worry about what's in my inventory right now. Not necessarily.
The key's hanging on the wall.
I already have it. Alright, so yeah, there's the semi-auto barrel right there. So I should pretend like I'm coming in here or something. Hey, Feargale. Alright. Let's record the location for the semi-automatic barrel for the shotgun. The location for the semi-automatic barrel for the shotgun is located in Kendo's gun shop. Over here on the shelf. Semi-auto barrel. And there you go. Literally that simple. Alright, I'm actually going to close this document now since I'm done with it. Alright, now I'll make this blue. Oops, no, that was the wrong thing. This semi-auto barrel. This is what I want to make blue. There you go. Alright. And there you go. Alright, this is for the... Oh, I actually didn't create all my folders yet, so let me take some time to do that real quick. Here, it'll help with this document open. So yeah, here are the weapons in order that I'm going to review them. So survival knife, combat knife, hot dogger, hand grenade. What the heck? How could I forget flash grenade? Ugh. This sucks. Should be a way to cascade things like this, but there isn't, as far as I know. G19, G18, G18 burst, Samurai Edge, Infinite Mup, CBQR. Okay, so this one needs to be Infinite CBQR. Alright, now if we add a new folder, this will be 5 flash grenade. There we go. Alright, now we're on track. So 13 M3 shotgun. Then the Lightning Hawk. Oops. Then the Raiden, which is a special weapon, but I'm putting it in the category as magnums. There you go. Then 16, the MGL. $17, which is the rocket launcher. And then finally, the final weapon, which is at the very end of the game, the finger. Alright. How long will these streams go, Wyatt? As long as the time provided I have is. In today's case, I have little less than 2 hours left before I need to stop. So, or it's when I decide to call it good. Oh, dang. That's my PS2 emulator. Yeah, I could actually. All right. Okay, now that I got that sorted out, I'll go back to here we go. And what I just recorded was a semi-automatic barrel location, which, according to my list, it's like the second it's the second custom part you come across. So, I'm gonna call the file. Yeah. I'm gonna call it sublocation 2. This is just my personal preference. Doesn't matter if you guys weirded out by that. Alright. So that's good now. Alright. Spent too much time on that. Feargale, I just simply looked it up. There's some websites devoted to emulation, and they have like really good recommendations, like on what emulators to use and whatnot. And PCSX2 is one of the best PS2 emulators out there, based on reviews and whatnot. Imagine Jill carrying a portable railgun, LOL, Prime. Yeah, I know. Alright, so the next thing... Okay, so now that I got that recorded, now I'll record this cutscene for the CBQR assault rifle. So let's get to it. So I have to navigate to that point, but it's not too difficult. Oh, yeah. Well, it's always good to be careful, Feargale. You don't want any viruses or anything.
Rocket launcher? Really?
Rocket launcher, you're a hypocrite, Jill. Skip.
Jill, you there? I think I know how to slow that fucker down. Head back towards the station.
And lead him right to you?
It's okay. Trust me.
If you guys didn't notice, I have the music turned off. That's because typically with these weapon reviews, I like only sound to be up. I don't like the music in the background. Skip.
This is insane.
Alright, coming close to that cutscene, so I'm gonna go ahead and start recording.
This way!
Here we go.
Hey, you okay? Go. Go!
And there you go.
Let's get out of here.
Stop the record. Alright, that is the CBQR rifle cutscene. So... not sure why I put 1, because that is literally the only cutscene in the entire game where Carlos actually uses his rifle in a cutscene, so it should have just been like that. Alright, so we'll make that blue. There we go. Got that recorded. So... this save is done now, so let's see. Oh, you guys weren't even seeing that, because, yeah, there's going to be times where I forget to clear the screen to show you guys what I'm doing exactly, but that's what I just did. I just made that blue. Alright, so next cutscene is the MGL grenade launcher cutscene, which... okay, this save. So there's quite a bit to record in this game save. Probably would have been better just to load all these game saves, because literally all of these game saves are for locations and cutscenes for the most part. I'm not sure if any other... as you can see, like this save, the final save, it's my weapon hub. It's also the enemy site. Or it's an enemy site. And here's another one that's not exactly cutscenes and whatnot. But yeah, thinking maybe it would have been better just to go through all these saves one by one in order and record everything that goes on in it. But it's okay. I'm just focused on doing cutscenes and locations right now. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and load save number 9. So let's go back. Alright, so save number 9. There's like 4 things to record here. According to the list. So yeah, it's the shotgun and... oh, it's the secondary locations for the shotgun and grenade launcher. Because if you don't pick up the shotgun or the grenade launcher in their original locations, they both show up at this one location. At the... it's like dilapidated shelter. Or something like that, yeah. And of course, later, there's the MGL cutscene and G19 cutscene number 2. Because this leads eventually to the, like, clock tower fight, and, yeah. Alright, so yeah, as you can see, the shotgun and MGL are right there. So, this is more like a quick mention for those 2 weapons, respectively. So yeah, first I'm going to do a recording for the shotgun. And this will include commentary. Alright, recording commentary. So if you happen to miss the shotgun for some reason at the substation, at the substation office, actually, hold on. Shotgun. Subway office, or the dilapidated shelter. Got it. Okay. So restart that. So if you happen to miss the shotgun at the subway office, you have another chance to acquire it once you make it to the dilapidated shelter right after the cable car, right after the subway train crashes with Jill. Once you regain control of her after Carlos in the police station, you'll find the shotgun right on this chair here. There you go. Alright. On this chair here. There you go. Control of her after Carlos and the police. On this chair here. So if you happen to miss the shot. Alrighty. And export that one. It's also for the shotgun. So location 2. Alright. Perfect. Now I'm pretty much gonna do the same thing, and now we'll record the second. Yeah. Oh, I heard a super chat. What was that? Remake Weapons review gonna be interesting. Mm-hmm. All right. So. All right. Oops. Sewer office. So if you happen to miss the grenade launcher in the sewer office, you have another chance to acquire it at the dilapidated shelter after Jill crashes the... Okay, restart. So if you happen to miss the MGL grenade launcher at the sewer office, you have another chance to acquire it in the dilapidated shelter after, of course, the subway crashes with Jill and regain control of her. Here it is, right on top of this barrel. Alrighty. This barrel. Alrighty. So if you happen to miss the MGL... This will go into the MGL grenade launcher folder as location 2. Okay. Perfect. Moving along. Yeah, this is the easiest part of recording. It's like cutscenes and locations and whatnot. Once we go over the actual weapons, it'll get a little more tedious. A little more fun, maybe. Not saying this isn't fun. Alright, well, actually, no. Okay, so I recorded the secondary locations of those, but not the main locations yet, so I'm going to keep them the way they are. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and record the MGL cutscene and the G19 cutscene number 2. So, let's get to that. Alright, but first I'm going to just store these. Alright, so the cutscene I'm looking for is actually after the battle, so I'm just going to skip all this. Alright, and then I'm just going to waste him. No shit. Alright, I better start recording.
Right? Let's do this.
Shit! I honestly think this is the only time a grenade launcher is in a cutscene in this series.
You still there? Come on, you're gonna crap out on me now?
Alright, so now I can. Okay, there didn't need to be commentary for that since it was a cutscene I recorded. So yep, now I'll make that one blue. Alright. So of course, yeah, now we're gonna record the G19 cutscene too. Which is pretty much right after this. We just have to walk oop. Alright, I'm gonna start recording right now. There you go. Alright, I don't think she fires it anymore for the remainder of this cutscene. No, it doesn't. So I'm gonna stop recording. This creepy ass motherfucker.
You have done me a big favor, Miss.
Alright. So with all that done, I'll let you guys watch that while I'm checking things here. I'm gonna go ahead and just make my text blue.
Jill! Hey, answer me. God damn it.
Alright, so the next.
Tyrell, do you copy?
Alright, I'm gonna get past all this because I gotta load another game save.
You're gonna be okay.
Alright,
I promise.
so go back to sharing my screen. So the next cutscene in the lineup is another cutscene for the G19. It's just before Tyrell's death. So let's see, what game save do I have for that? G19 cutscene 3. And the extended barrel location for the Magnum. Okay, so save number 16. Let's go. Right here. Yeah, I think once I have all of these locations and cutscenes recorded, I think I'm gonna call it a day. This is day number 1, and I'm very rusty from months of lack of content creating, really. So I want to start off slow. All right. Right, so I have all 3 fuses right now, that's right. Alright.
Shit, he got away. What was he doing in here?
Alright. So this location is called the surveillance room. Alright. So here's the location of the Magnum. So I'm going to record that right now. So let's hit record. Record commentary. So the location of the extended barrel for the Magnum, for the Lightning Hawk, is in the surveillance room of the underground storage right after you find all 3 fuses and take the elevator up. It's in this briefcase behind the console. And here you go. Extended barrel for the mag. All right. All right, so got the extended barrel recorded. Okay, nothing else in this yet. That's fine. All right, so now we're gonna record the G19 cutscene 3. Oh, I still have to save this audio file. Roll for the mag. So the location. Alright, so this will go, of course, into the Lightning Hawk folder, as there's only one custom part for it, so it will just simply be called sublocation. Why am I calling it sub? Why don't I call it part location? There we go. There we go. And then I'm just going to amend that last one I named. Call it part. There we go. Alright, now I'll go ahead and proceed to the G19 cutscene. Just Wyatt, what makes you think I would throw in melee moves into a weapon review? That's conflicting a little bit. But no, I will never bypass a headshot. That is a long time tradition. That's been from the very beginning. So I don't know what made you think that. Oh, what am I doing? I have to activate the console. Skip, because that's not the cutscene I need.
We'll find the vaccine up ahead.
Sure you don't need to stop?
Stop and do what? I got your back.
All right, let's get this done.
All right, I'm going to start recording because the cutscene's coming up. Yeah, just push me. It's too bad I never... There you go.
Keep going. We're almost there. No. Shit.
Well, don't worry, Wyatt. It will be included because I'm featuring the dodge mechanics. So Carlos has his own version, so it will be featured. All right, that's the end of the weapon part of the cutscene. So I stopped recording. All right, Perfect. Alright. So now... Oops. Now we can make this blue. Alright, I'm going to save this document right now. Alright, next cutscene. It's the survival knife cutscene number 2. And it's right after making the vaccine. So let's see. So this save, survival knife cutscene number 2, and the G19 cutscene number 4, which is right after that. So that's perfect. And then the save after that is the next cutscene I need. See, each of these saves are each of those cutscenes, so perfect. Alright, so we're gonna go back to the game and... yeah, load game save 18. Don't worry, when I one day update my Melee compilation video, I'll be sure to include Resident Evil 3. Okay, so this save, yes, because I have the vaccine base in hand, I can trigger that cutscene. So
to begin vaccine synthesis, place the materials in the chamber.
alright, so I best hit record here. I'll be testing the shotgun on a Hunter Gamma, Wyatt, for your information. Alright. Hit record and activate this cutscene. There's the knife. Ow. Alright, and that's it for it. Alright, and then literally the very next cutscene is another cutscene for the G19, so that's what I'm going to record right now. So I'm going to hit record again right here. Nice. Oh! I'm not paying attention. But that's okay because there's no more cutscenes. For this section anyway. Okay. So let's go out of screen and alright, so both of these just got done, so make those blue. And yep, now I'm gonna get this cutscene, the G19-5 and the finger cutscene. So yeah, save 19 and 20 respectively for that. So here we go. So here's save 19. Yeah, I noticed that. The rocket launcher was still on her back even in the cutscene, and kind of was hogging a little bit of screen real estate, so I might avoid that for the remainder of the cutscenes and just get rid of the rocket launcher. I'm kind of not understanding your question, Fire Mario. By the way, the Hunter Gamma is the Hunter as we know or not. Which Hunter? That's the Hunter Gamma of this game. It doesn't really look anything like its original counterpart. So this cutscene literally was for the final G19 cutscene. Yeah, okay.
What in God's name is this place?
And I believe it's after defeating Nemesis here. So, oh shit, I need a weapon. So I am gonna grab the rocket launcher after all. Well, that was weird. Oh, okay, so the Hunter Gamma is the one in the sewers. The Hunter Beta is the one in the hospital. Skip. Now get destroyed. Or instead, I get destroyed. Luckily, I dodged it.
Jill, is that you?
Carlos?
Skip. It's not here yet. Record.
Jill! Here comes a crane. Use it to climb up.
Come on. Come on.
Jill, stay back!
Woo! It's probably one of the lamest cutscenes for the G19, but it's still a cutscene. I don't think there's any more.
I'm gonna melt this fucker into mush.
No, there isn't. Alright.
Nikolai?
Welcome to the family, son.
Ooh, a new subscriber, Verde Mort. Nice. Verde Morte. Alright. So we're gonna make that blue. And then we're gonna record this final cutscene, which is the finger. This is gonna be awesome. It's basically the final fight. So here we go. Load this save. Even though it's literally right up ahead. Alright, okay, so I'm gonna make it a little interesting. I'm not gonna just rocket launcher him to death. I'm gonna use the infinite assault rifle instead. Feargale, so I only regard cutscenes that have the weapon fired. If it's just shown, I'm not going to regard it. That would be way too many cutscenes. See right there.
It's done. Give me the vaccine, you greedy son of a bitch.
No.
You notice he has a Makarov?
Right, buddy. We shall make ours an ongoing ring.
Too bad you can't use it in this game. Alright. So let me see here. I can almost record this whole weapon right here and now since I'm here. So I actually might just do that. Yeah. I think I'm going to do that because it wouldn't be a point to just show the cutscene and then come back to this area and go over the weapon if it's just going to lead into the cutscene, you know? So, yeah, I'm going to do that. try to. See how this goes. Alright, so the final weapon of this review is going to be the finger. This is basically the rail cannon from the original game, but it's heavily modified and it is used differently, slightly. So, let's check it out. So this is an in-game weapon, so I can't go over it too much. Basically, this is the only way I could show it. So let's test it out on Nemesis, the appropriate enemy for it. Alright. So, in order to reuse it, you of course have to... Well, I'm in the middle of a cutscene, so hold on. Alright. So in order to reactivate it, of course, you have to put those 3 batteries back in their slots. But you can't do that as long as Nemesis is running rampant like this.
Felt that, did you? How about some more?
You know, I'm retarded. I didn't even bring health items or anything. I went into this fight really, like, half-cocked. So, I'm gonna stop the recording. And I'm gonna load that back. Yeah, I did not think that through. Okay, so let's try this again. Let's load it with mixed herbs. And okay, maybe not the assault rifle. I'm gonna get the Raiden out and the rocket launcher. Yeah, here we go. Perfect. That shall do. So I'm gonna go ahead and declare that a failed record. So I'm just gonna delete the voice record and restart. All right. So let's try this again. So, now for the final weapon of this weapon review, the finger, as it's called. And this is basically the rail cannon from the original game at the Nemesis final fight, but they heavily modified it, and Jill could actually hold it on her own, so check it out. This is an in-game weapon. I can't review it outside of this area, so I'm just going to have to do it here and there, kind of like the linear launcher from Resident Evil Code Veronica. Alright, so here it is, so check it out. We're just going to go ahead and straight enemy test it on the only enemy you can test it on, Nemesis himself in his final form.
Cooldown in progress. Please reactivate power sources.
Damn, it needs power.
And of course, in order to use it again, you have to put these 3 battery slots back in their spots. But you can't do that until you subdue Nemesis a little bit. So to do that... Oh wow, I missed.
Felt that, did you? How about some more?
There we go. So push these in. That is true, Firgal. You could have it in the inventory in Code Veronica. In standard mode, you can get at least 2 of these babies pushed back in before he recovers. I noticed all the difficulty does is increase the movement speed of enemies. Whoa. Come on. There you go. So I didn't need the rocket launcher. Oh, that was bad on my part. But that's okay. I know this would be a slightly more epic if we had the music going, but for weapon reviews, I like to keep it silent. Alright, let's destroy this fucker. The thing is, could I aim this away from him and get away with it? No, I can't. Alright, and here's the final usage and the best cutscene for this weapon, by far.
Come on! Next time, take a fucking hit!
Woo! Alrighty. So, yep, that is the finger for you guys. It's so funny that it's called that. It's like giving Nemesis the finger, basically. Literally. In more ways than one. Okay. But yeah, I am curious what happens if you actually never press the button. Does it just stay there in his mouth the entire time, or will he actually kill you if you don't press it in a certain amount of time? That is something probably worth researching. Alright. Stop the record. Make this blue. We're done with all cutscenes. As well as the location of the finger. We're basically done with the whole finger. There we go. Alright, so I am going to take the time just to find something out. So I am going to reload this. And I'm just going to use the rocket launcher to quickly get to that point. I'm going to see what happens if you never press the button. Unless somebody watching this right now has already researched that and has an answer for me. Otherwise, I'm going to find out myself. If you don't press, Jill does the final hit. Is it different than if you do press it? Because if it is, then it's a different cutscene that I should consider. Alright, I'm going to bring 1 health, or 2 health items just in case. So it just happens no matter what you do.
Felt that, did you? How about some more?
Alright, so based on what I'm seeing... Oh, I didn't even notice there's a first aid spray there. And more ammo. Well, that makes sense, because when he just keep hitting you.
Activated. Powering
You think I don't know how to fuck you up?
So yeah, I'm just gonna hang loose for a sec. You're right.
Take the fucking hit!
So it's just to save time, essentially. But okay, so for those of you who know, he kills you if you don't press it the first or second time. Does a cutscene play out, or is it like just a standard death animation? Kills you instantly. Alright. Well, it's good to know for the day in the unpredictable future if I ever do death reviews. Yeah, all this stuff. A kill cutscene. Yeah, that would be necessary in a full play, possibly. Alright, well, thanks for the info, Kyo Pew and Fire Mario and Sonar 617. All of you were answering, really. Wyatt, you thought you knew, you just guessed. But alright, so that's it, recording cutscenes. So now I'm going to proceed and record the rest of the weapon locations. So, go back to my screen, my document. So yeah, I'm not worried about this stuff anymore. So I only have to pay attention to this stuff because these are my game saves, and of course, all of these, because these are all the locations. I'm going to get all the rest of these recorded. Well, the ones that have a place to actually find the weapon anyway. The stuff that's just in inventory or in the store, or like the grenades that are just scattered throughout the game, I'll just bring those up when I'm going over the weapon in general. Alright? So, let's get the rest of the weapons done. So, the first one I can show the location of is the G18 Burst, which is Jill's hospital room. So, which game save is that? That's the game save number 13. Alright. So let's go to that. Nemesis makes a Jill sandwich. That's awesome. Where's Barry? Yeah, that's another thing that's stupid they cut out. Barry's appearance at the very end of the game. How can you get rid of that? Man. Alright, so perfect. Alright, this is a good starting point. So hit record my commentary. Oh shoot, I didn't edit that yet. That's okay, just take a second real quick. Finger. There we go. It was actually kind of a long audio file, so. Alright, now I'm recording commentary. So the location of the G18 burst is right after you regain control of Jill for the final time after waking up in the hospital bed. It is right here on the desk. Is right here on the desk, conveniently placed next to some handgun ammo. G18 handgun burst model. Woo! Woo! So the Alright, so G18 burst location. Woohoo! Alright, making progress. Yeah, that's right, Fire Mario. This game has no submachine guns. Just an assault rifle, a couple of them. They're basically the same weapon, just one's infinite. And gold-plated. Alright, so... So we just recorded the G18 burst location, so this can go blue. Alright, next thing I could show off is the first location for the M3 shotgun, which is the subway office. So, what game save is that? Ah, this one. And yeah, I might as well show the dot site location too, which is a custom part location, the first custom part for the G19. So yeah, I might as well do that. So yeah, let's do it. So go back to the screen. All right, so game save. Let's see, let me look again. Game save number 2. Okay, perfect. Alright, so first we'll record the location of the dot site custom part for the G19. Small ass inventory because this is before all of those side packs or whatever. Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna put that in there. How am I gonna play Resident Evil 8, Kyo? I intend to get the Xbox Series X one day, and then I'll blind play it on that console. Alright. It's like, even with that freaking... I just hit the button too late. But I want to destroy the zombie's head with the dodge mechanic. Just to show off. Might be hard, though. Haha. Alright. Alright, so this safe is where the dot site is, so I'm going to record that right now. Alright, so here we go. Hit record. Begin my commentary software. So the location of the dot site custom part for the G19 handgun is located in the drugstore safe. Up here. And the combination for this is 937. Oh, dang it. Alright, and there's the dot site. Alright. Alright, this is for the G19. Part location 1. Alright. Alright, now we're gonna go and record the location for the first location for the shotgun. Q Pew, the one and only W, is a huge stickler when it comes to the PS5. He hates Sony with a passion. So it's very strong words. I would just take it lightly. That's what I'm doing. Because against his wishes, I am one day also going to get a PS5. I just realized I pretty much went the wrong direction. But that's okay. I'm a little distracted. So I guess there is a lot of info about Resident Evil 8 already and how it plays on some consoles. I don't do extensive research like that, unfortunately. All right, let's try to do this again. Come at me. Haha. Subway office. Alright, so record the shotgun location. So the first location of the shotgun is located in the subway office, in this one room. It's behind a metal grate that you must use bolt cutters in order to obtain. And there's the M3 shotgun. Shotgun. Alright, this is for the M3. Location 1. Alright. Perfect. Okay, so go back to my list. Alright, so now we can officially blue out this one. And also the dot site. Perfect. All right. Next, by the looks of it, is the Lightning Hawk. So that's the hospital courtyard. And that is my save number 14. All right. So let's load that up. All right. All right, so I'm recording the location for the Magnum, which, yeah, it's down there. All right, start recording. Record commentary. So the location of the Lightning Hawk is located in the hospital courtyard, and only a section that Jill can access through this little crawl space. If you need reference where that is in the hospital, it's this area of the map on the second floor. You hop through this window, and to your left, and here it is in this briefcase. The 44 AE Lightning Hawk.
Guaranteed to give you a headache.
What a perfect way to end that. Perfect way to end that. Alright, Lightning Hawk. Location. Alrighty. And now let's blew that out. Alright. By the looks of it, we have one more location to record, and that's the grenade launcher. The first location for it. So, let's see. Yep, save number 6. Alright. It's the only one I have in the sewers. Alright, so yeah, it's literally right there. So, I'm gonna like start it right here. Alright, record. So the location of the MGL grenade launcher could be found in... So the location of the MGL grenade launcher is in the sewer office. Here it is on the map for reference. As soon as you walk in, it'll be on this shelf over here. There you go. There you go. All right, MGL location 1. Oops. All right. We're almost gonna be wrapping up here. So, blew that out. All right, so what do I... Okay, so the rest of these will be when I'm going over the weapons in general. So what we have left are all these parts. That's cool. All right, so let's get to the extended magazine. It's the first Nemesis drop. So I heard a super chat. Until the bitter end. That's why it's famous hashtag for me. All right. So save number 4 apparently, and then the very next save is the very next thing I need to record for the moderator. All right. So go to save number 4. Alright, so once I record the final thing, I won't end the stream straight off. What I'll do is actually take my external hard drive that I'm using to store the video files of all of these, and I'm going to start sorting those in these folders. Once I'm done with that, then I'll end for today. Alright, so this is right after the substation. So, of course, because it's Nemesis's first drop. So, yeah. Probably gonna look like a fool just using the rocket launcher, but it's the easiest and fastest way to showcase it, so...
Carlos, it's Jill. I've restored power to the subway.
Nice going. Next up is the traffic control system. It should be in the subway company's offices.
Right. I think I know the building.
Really? Way to go, partner. One step ahead.
Not your partner.
I probably will not be streaming tomorrow. In fact, it might be a few days before I pick this back up. As for Skyping... Sunday might be a good bet. Alright. Well, I'm not gonna focus on that right now.
Kidding me?
Okay, I'm not even recording right now. I'm distracted. Alright. Prime it really depends on how much I play it, but on average I would say no. I would say it doesn't take me very long to get used to the mechanics of any game, really. I'm a pretty fast learner when it comes to things in general that I need to focus on and whatnot anyway. Alright, but anyway, I need to focus right now. I'm gonna start recording right now. Get my commentary going. Alright. So, this is for the extended mag. Yep. So the location of the extended magazine for the G19 handgun, it's actually a drop from Nemesis. It's his first drop after you complete the substation sequence and facing all of those drain demos. Once you come back through this alleyway or whatnot, you burst through the wall, and you have to damage him just enough. See, I'm cheating right now. I'm using the rocket launcher, but it's just for the purposes of this weapon review. Oh, he got me. But not that time. And there's the drop. It's a supply case, and if you open it up, there's the extended magazine for the G19 handgun. Alright. Alright. So the location of the Alright. So this is for the extended mag. Oops. Alright, so G19 handgun, part location 2. Kyo, wait, did someone say that? Oh yeah, I guess so. A grenade does tend to, like, damage him pretty good, actually, now that I think about it. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to record, since I got that. So yeah, now I need to load save number 5. So let's do that. Yeah, Dominant Man, I currently do not have any leaks for Resident Evil 4 Remake. Unfortunately, as Resident Evil savvy as I am, I'm not one to, like, constantly research it and keep up to date on a lot of stuff. Most of the time, the information I get for Resident Evil these days is actually from followers of my channel. And that's good enough for me, honestly. I'm not like an informant. I'm not like a leaker type person. I'm just a reviewer / player. Alright, so this is for the second drop, which is right through this door. So hit record and commentate. So the location of the moderator custom part for the G19 handgun is actually Nemesis's second drop, which you'll come upon when you go through the donut shop. And this little cutscene plays out where he demonstrates him turning zombies' heads into parasites. But anyway, you defeat him right here. He didn't like that, but there's his second drop. And check it out. And there's the moderator for the G19 handgun. Bow down to me. All right. Oops. Alright, so part location 3. And that's the last custom part for the G19 handgun. Alright. Alright, so I blew that. Alright. So next part location will be the tactical stock for the M3 shotgun. The first part you come across. And yep, that's the clock puzzle with 2 gems. Alright, so my save number 3 is for the tactical stock. So let's go back. And load it up. Okay, as of now, I have about half an hour. I have just under half an hour before I need to go, so better get these recorded fast because then I still have to do the sorting. That's not funny, right? That is not what we're doing. Alright. Alright, here we go. This is for the tactical stock for the shotgun. Alright. So the location of the tactical stock for the shotgun is located on this clock puzzle. You have to have at least 2 of the gems available. It doesn't matter what order you place them in, it's always the second gem that unlocks the tactical stock. So here's the first gem, it just gives you a grenade. And there's the tactical stock for the shotgun. Alright. If you're curious, the third gem just gives you a supply case. Or a side pack, whatever it's called. Here, let me just show you. Hip pouch, that's what it's called. Okay. Hip pouch, that's what it's called. Okay. Alright, M3 shotgun, part location 1. Alright. Almost done. Just 4 more things left. So now the shell holder for the M3 shotgun. Save number 15. So it's the shell holder location, but it's also the same save I'll be using to test the shotgun, grenade launcher, and rocket launchers. So it's the enemy site, as I like to put it. But yeah, for now we're just going to do the shell holder. So that was game state. God, I have very bad short-term memory. Number 15. All right. It's so great, Kyo, I had to take it off my channel. It was on my channel once upon a time. Oh my gosh. Alright, so Ah, yes. So it's over here, I'm pretty sure. Right, and the underground storage. Here we go. So the location of the shell holder custom part for the M3 shotgun is located in the underground storage. Specifically this one section where you first have to walk through a narrow portion of the like stacks down there. Then you come up here and you go down with this little elevator. And it will be behind in this little area here, this little nook inside of this briefcase. And there's the shell holder. And there's the shell holder. Alright, part location 3, and that will be it for the parts for the M3 shotgun. Alright. Alright, now just the parts for the CBQR, which is only Carlos. So, this will be interesting. Switch it up a little bit. Alright, so first the scope, which is in the police station. So my save number 8 is for that. Alright, so save number 8. Yeah, we are, man. I'm gonna be brutally honest with you. It's one of the worst things that ever came about. It was a fan-made Flash game on an online website, and if you speed run through it, you'll beat it in 3 minutes. Like, literally. It's horrible. And apparently it still exists. Me and Wyatt looked it up like in the last year, and it was still there. So, all right. So, location of the scope. Wyatt with another $5 super chat. Honestly, though, this has been a really cool behind-the-scenes overview of my weapon review process. Gotta love it. Yeah, that's why I do it, because I knew it was a good idea when I first came up with it, and I'm loving it so far. Once again, are you guys gonna actually watch? Are you guys gonna watch the actual review when I upload it, since you're seeing it behind the scenes like this?
Copy that.
I'm sure you guys will. But yeah, it's the scope. Oh, I know where it is. Okay. So it's in the police station west office. Yeah, Kyo, it's a short ass game. It's been out for a few years, actually. I first covered it on this channel way back in like 2014. Alright, so the west office, here we go. Record. And commentate. So the location of the scope custom part for the CBQR assault rifle is located in the west office of the police station, and you must have Brad's ID card that you gather from his body after you defeat him before entering the police station with Carlos. So once you have that, it's in this briefcase that you use the card to open. Or storage case, I should say. There's the scope. There's the scope. so CBQR assault rifle. Part location 1. Alright. Almost there. Alright, now the tactical grip, which is the hospital courtyard. Ah, so I have 1 save for the remainder of the custom parts. That's awesome. So, save number 11. Yeah, don't bother, Kyo. It's not worth it. Like, I strongly don't recommend it, just as much as Wyatt strongly doesn't recommend the PS5. Yeah, you're right. You guys are right. It is a big difference viewing experience-wise because it's after all the post-editing and whatnot, so it's a nice, solid review at the end of it. All right, so... Alright, I'll start recording here. So the location of the, shit. So the location of the tactical grip custom part for the assault rifle is located in the hospital courtyard when you're playing as Carl. Okay, it appears you guys lost me for a second. But I think we're back up and running now. So I'm not sure what was cut off, unfortunately. But at least you'll see it post-edit, or during the editing phase, hopefully. See you, Feargale. Looks like we're good now. Yeah, I think you guys missed the whole location of the tactical grip. But that's okay. I got it recorded, at least. Alright. So... Oh, yeah. Yeah, Wyatt, that is my intention. I plan to do thumbnails just like I did Resident Evil 2 Remake. So, it'll be a long process. But hey, it's worth it. I want to make this weapon review... I'm going to try to make it just as good as the last one. So... Alright, so now I need to go to the dual magazine, which... That one... When I think about it... Oops. It's the nurse's station. Okay. And then this will be the last record I do today. Alright, so... Yes, Fire Mario. This is gonna go down pretty much exactly like Resident Evil 2 Remake's weapon review. Alright, just got a text message. It's kind of important, but I can do this. So nurse's station. Oh, that's over there. Oh. Alright, that's a good starting point. Oh my god, I didn't edit that. There you go. There. Alright, so the location of the dual magazine for the CBQR assault rifle is located in the nurse's station of the hospital. This section right here, specifically. And it's actually inside that safe over there. The combination for that is just 9-3. And there you go. Dual magazine. All right, let's see. And part location 3. Okay. So that's gonna be it for recording for today. But yeah, as I said, I'll show you guys me sorting out the files here. So I'm gonna turn off my recorder. I'm actually gonna go ahead and shut the game off as well. Alright. Here's my external hard drive that I was using. Alright, and that showed up. Alright, so Haver Media, these are all the clips I just recorded. So, let's see here. This was intro. Alright, I'm actually going to have 2 windows open. Alright. Like, I absolutely have to go in exactly 9 minutes. So if for some reason I don't finish this before then, I'm going to have to cut it off. But that's okay. So, but I just by looking at these, I can almost tell what they are. So I know this is, for G19, this is location, or no, cutscene. Cutscene 1, to be specific. Oops. Want that in there. Alright. Okay, this one, if I just look at it. Oh yeah, Samurai Edge cutscene. So cutscene. Go. Survival knife. Cutscene 1. Alright. This is the location of the G19. Alright. What was this? Tactical or extended semi-auto barrel for the shotgun. Okay. So that is part location 2. M3 shotgun. Alright. Oh, yeah. Assault rifle cutscene. Alright. Cutscene for the CBQR. Alright. This is location 2 for the shotgun. And this is location 2 for the MGO. Alright, this is...
Let's do this. Stop it!
That's perfect. Alright, so cutscene for the MGL. Alright, this one I believe. G19 cutscene 2. Cutscene 2 for the G19. Alright. Extended, so part location for the Lightning Hawk. Cutscene 3 for G19. Oops. Alright. Cutscene 2 for the survival knife. Cutscene 4 for the G19. And cutscene 5 for the G19. Okay, if I remember correctly, this was a failed recording, so wait that, because this was the... Yeah. That's all the finger stuff, so I'm just going to call that finger and put it in its respective folder. Alright. What was this one again? Alright, so G18 burst location, so just location for the G18 burst. Okay. And this one. Dot site. So part location 1 for the G19. Alright. And then of course this is the location 1 for the shotgun. Lightning Hawk location. Yeah. Location 1 for the MGL. Cool. Part location 2 for the G19. Naturally followed by part location 3 for the G19. Alright. What is this? Tactical stock. Alright, so part location 2 for the shotgun. Oh, actually. Oh, actually, that's part location 1. My bad. Alright, it appears I lost you guys again. I'm not sure how much you missed, but I'm just doing file sorting, so you really didn't miss much. Man, I'm right on the nick of time. Oh. Alright, that's it. Alright, guys, so I really hope you enjoyed day 1. There's nothing there right now. But it's okay. Hope you guys enjoyed day 1 of my live production of Resident Evil 3 Remake. Look forward to when I continue it up. It's not at a scheduled time. I'll just appear like I did today. So look forward, and hopefully you can tune in when I do it. Alright, this is Shankster94, aka the Gamer Shankster. Rate, comment, subscribe. I'll see you next time.